Most of us assume our sudden mood swings, surfacing memories, and daily habits are chaotic reactions to the world around us. A bad morning often feels like a random misfire of the brain, but long-term observation reveals a different possibility. These internal shifts often follow a repeating rhythm, appearing as cycles rather than isolated incidents. In astrological language, we represent this engine using the moon. Within this esoteric system, the moon operates as a symbolic metronome, a specific rhythm engine tracking the cycle of human instincts and memory loops. Viewing our internal life through this structural lens offers a way to organize our emotional experiences. Treating the subconscious as a mechanical engine provides a framework for observing habits as they arise. This esoteric woodcut illustrates the core thesis. Just as the physical moon correlates with the movement of the ocean's tides, its symbolic counterpart provides a map for the ebb and flow of our psychological states. To see how early thinkers structured this, look at this manuscript diagram. By placing Terra, the human experience, at the center of these concentric rings, ancient systems built a visual interface for tracking recurring internal forces. Decoding this rhythm involves measuring the specific geometric angles the engine creates as it moves through its cycle. These points indicate exactly where in the loop a specific emotional pattern is likely to surface. Translating abstract feelings into precise geometry gives us an objective tool for self-analysis. It offers a method for identifying the specific points where internal tension is generated. The foundational point of this geometry is the conjunction. This 0-degree alignment merges the lunar engine with another planetary force, combining two distinct drives into a single point. This absolute overlap creates a fixed circuit. Within esoteric psychology, this represents a deep memory loop, where our emotional default settings are forged. Because these reactions are so ingrained, they often run unnoticed. Identifying these 0-degree baseline settings is the first step toward noticing when an automatic emotional loop has been triggered. As the cycle progresses, it hits a 90-degree angle, called a square. Geometrically, a right angle stops momentum and creates structural friction between 2 points. Psychologically, this manifests as tension, the sensation of an old memory pushing against the reality of a current environment. A 90-degree angle requires a shift in direction. This specific internal pressure acts as the mechanical leverage needed to break a cycle or force an emotional breakthrough. Within this framework, we can see that emotional discomfort is not a failure of the self. It is a specific architectural pressure used to compel the mind to adjust its current pattern. Conversely, a 120-degree connection forms a trine. By dividing the circle into perfect thirds, this geometry creates an unimpeded circuit for energy within the rhythm engine. This angle manifests as natural ease, pointing to areas of the psyche where reactions flow without significant internal resistance. Acknowledging these unconscious reservoirs of comfort provides a necessary counterweight to the tension of the square, offering stability during periods of external stress. The moment of maximum distance is the opposition. This 180-degree standoff functions like a full moon, pulling internal tides to their absolute extreme limits. This geometric polarity forces a confrontation, placing hidden internal habits in stark contrast with the external world. Early sign illustrations in this esoteric diagram show how these opposing fields were mapped. The figures sit directly across from one another, representing archetypes locked in a necessary state of balance. While an opposition creates conflict, it also provides the highest level of clarity. By stretching a behavior to its breaking point, the engine makes our most hidden patterns visible enough to be addressed. This astrological geometry is a symbolic map for esoteric psychology. It serves as a tool for observation rather than a fixed prediction of the future. Giving a geometric name to a passing emotional state creates a mental category for the experience. This labeling process allows an observer to identify the architecture of a feeling rather than simply reacting to its impact. Psychological agency is achieved by understanding this architecture. By recognizing the cycles of the engine, we can navigate these internal tides with intent. The moon serves as a metronome for our emotional history, tracking the recurring beats of our habits and instincts. When we overlay these mechanics, the seeds of the conjunction, the tension of the square, the ease of the trine, and the polarity of the opposition, they form a complete, unified map of the psyche. Our emotional life follows a structured geometry. By recognizing these angles, we can navigate the repeating rhythms of our own history with a clearer understanding.